guys, welcome back. I am so glad that it is springtime because quite frankly I am over the dark lipstick. I am over like winter. I'm over dark, cold, windy, dreary days like it is today. And today I am going to be doing a collab tutorial with you. My friend Emily from Lisettesbeaute. Emily is one of my sweetest friends. She is, her voice is so calming. She just is so easy to listen to. I will link her video and her channel below so you can go out and check out what look she's decided to create. We decided to do a spring look featuring a pop of blue, pop of teal, pop of mint, something in those colors, because that is so on trend, is to have some sort of color incorporated in like an eye look. And so today we also decided to just do one brand. We have chosen to do L'Oreal, and L'Oreal from the drugstore has some of my favorite products, and I am using the L'Oreal Infallible Eyeshadows today. And let me tell you, they're pretty great. And we have a cult following lipstick shade as well. So I am so glad that you guys have chosen to come on over and watch this video. If you are coming from Emily's channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you stay a while and subscribe. So stay tuned and keep watching if you'd like to see how I created this look. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use this L'Oreal concealer, and I am in the shade W123, and I'm going to use this as my eye primer. This is the first time I've used this concealer, and I actually really like it. It has really good coverage, and if you have a product that you can use for more than one thing, by all means do it. Just because it says that's what it's for doesn't mean you can't use it for something else. And now, for this look, I don't have a matte shadow by L'Oreal, so instead I'm just going to grab any shade of warm, like a warm brown shade eyeshadow, doesn't matter. I'm going to use this one by Physicians Formula from the classic Nudes quad. And I'm going to be taking a Sigma diffused crease, diffused crease brush, number E38. Looks like this. And I am going to take this warm brown shade and warm up my crease. Okay, and now let's get on to the star of this show, which is the Infallible Eyeshadows. I am going to be using about 4 of them, and the first one I'm going to be using is this one called Endless Sea. Looks like that. These are more like a pressed pigment, and I am going to be taking a, where is it, right here, a Sigma Small Tapered Blending Brush, number E45. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start placing this in my crease right here. This stuff is very, very pigmented, so you want to have a very light hand with it. And just start blending in this outer V here. Working it in just a little bit, not all the way in, but just to about here. Don't worry about what's going on over here on the outside of the eye, because we can always clean that up later. Then I'm going to take a fluffy, clean brush. This is the Sigma E40, just a big fluffy brush. And I am just going to blend out those edges. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Infallible eyeshadow, and the shade is called Liquid Diamond. Just a really pretty sparkly gray shade. And I'm going to be taking an eye shading brush. This is a Sigma E55. And make sure to tap off the extra because this can be messy to work with, and that's why we are doing our eyes first. And now I am going to tap this onto my lid, up to that teal shade, up to my crease. I also want to take this same shade and pop it in my inner corner and a little bit below here. I'm just using this same brush because it's the same color, so. Okay, now I want to deepen up my crease just ever so slightly, and I'm going to be taking one of the matte Infallible shades, and this one is called Sultry Smoke, and it is like a matte charcoal gray shade. And I'm going to use this, this is from the Performance line of brushes from Sigma, and it is a shader for your crease, number E47. It's just very, very small, as you can see, so it works really well for detailed work, which is kind of what we're doing here. Just precisely placing this in my outer V here, just to add a little bit more dimension. And now, since we lost a little bit of the brightness of the color, we're going to go back in with the teal shade here in that same small tapered blending brush E45. And I'm just going to build up the color and the intensity of the blue out here. You may have to do this a little bit. These shadows are very pigmented, but you do have to, after you blend them out, they kind of blend away. So you do have to reapply and build the color back up. So that is what I'm going to do now. Okay, now it is time to bring this color onto our bottom lids. So I'm going to take a pencil brush, number E30, and I am going to use the teal shade. And I am just going to smoke out this bottom lash line, really focusing on blending. And I am going to bring it down a little bit further below my lash line. This shade is called Iced Latte. Yes, Iced Latte is just a really, really pretty shade of cream, and I'm going to use a E71 highlight diffusing brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my brow bone just to kind of pull the look together. And now it is time to line our eyes. I am just messing up the words today. I am going to be tightlining my top and lower lash line, and then also taking and just lining my upper lid. Using a black eyeliner, I forgot to mention that. And now I'm going to curl my lashes and add a light coat of mascara because I am going to be putting on false lashes, which is completely optional, but I just think it really just takes the look up to an extra notch. And the mascara I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Butterfly Lash Out Mascara. Okay, so now the eyes are all done. Let's get started, and let me just fix my light and work on the face. I'm going to start off by priming my face with the L'Oreal Moisture Blur. This is like the Miracle Blur, but it's more moisturizing, and for me, I need all the added moisture because where I live is a dry climate, so my skin can get very dry, and makeup doesn't go well on dry skin, so this just helps moisturize my skin and create a nice like priming base. And then my favorite, I'm going to be using my favorite combination of drugstore foundation and primer. Not primer, BB cream. I love to use the L'Oreal BB cream up under my foundation because it gives me that added level of flawless coverage, because I have a lot of natural like freckles, blemishes, discolorations, and I really like this as a primer. And I am in the shade Light, which is pretty yellow, so if you're really fair, I would go down to fair. Okay, and now this is my favorite drugstore foundation. It is really dirty. It is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. I am in the shade W3 Warm Nude Beige. This is such a beautiful luminous finish foundation. I love this foundation. And I'm going to be blending all this out with the Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki foundation brush. I really like this brush. Like I've said before, if I'm not using my beauty blender, which I like to use for concealer, I'm using this brush. This is just a great, fabulous foundation brush. Okay, now to take care of the under eye circles, I'm going to be using the same concealer, the L'Oreal True Match Concealer in the shade W123, which is Warm Fair Light. I really like the coverage of this concealer. It's, like I said, this is my first, maybe third time using it actually, and it's nice. I mean, I don't have a lot of natural darkness. I just like to brighten up that under eye area, and I really enjoy this concealer. And I just use a beauty blender to do that. Now on to contouring. I am going to be taking this very, again, messy, disgusting looking product. I didn't clean it up, but hey, this is real life. True Match concealer stick in N678, and I like to use cream contours, especially in the summer. I just find that it works really well in my skin more than like powder does. However, I do like to go back in with a powder. If I want a really, really sculpted, defined look, I like to go back in with a powder bronzer as well. And now I'm going to just do a little bit of spot concealing with the L'Oreal True Match shade W123. Same thing, but in my actual shade. Just a little bit of the redness around my nose. And then I'm going to blend all that out with the Beauty Blender. I really, really like how this concealer stick, it blends really, really well. You can get a very nice sculpted contour just on its own. I really like to use this. And what an inexpensive way to get a really awesome contour. I'm really obsessed with it. I use it every single day, and I would recommend it to anyone who's looking for some sort of contour to use, like product other than powder. I really like this. I find that, look at that, all nice and sculpted. And then I'm just going to set just a little bit. I don't have a L'Oreal powder, so I'm just going to use a similar one. This is the Revlon Nearly Naked powder in the shade Fair, and I just take a puff like this, and I just like to press it into my T-zone where I get a little bit oily throughout the day. It just helps solidify everything in place. I do a little bit on my lower cheeks here too, just to kind of give my blush something powdery to glide upon. And now for blush, we are going to take the L'Oreal True Match blush in the shade, what is this? C12 Baby Blossom. Just a really pretty pink. And I'm going to be using the Sigma Large Angled Contour Brush, number, I don't know what this is, F40. And tap that off. This is also a really nice blush from the drugstore. You do have to build the color up a little bit, but it blends really well. Then for my highlighter, I'm actually going to be using a blush, and this is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Cream Blush in the shade Rose Gold Lift, and this is so pretty. Check that out. Oh, it's so pretty. And I'm just going to use my finger. Look at that. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to dab that on top of my cheekbones. Now you could skip the pink blush that I just used and just do this on your cheeks if you wanted to. But we are just going to go for a very pinky golden look here. Just a little bit on my nose, nothing crazy, because this is a little bit pink, but it does have a little bit of a sheen to it, so it'll look pretty on the cheekbones. I don't have a L'Oreal lip liner, but I'm using the NYX Nude Pink Lip Liner. I think this is a really pretty staple shade. Everyone needs a really pretty pinky nude liner. Am I looking pale? I think it's the lighting, because in person my face matches my neck. But I look a little pale on camera. But just so you know, it matches. Okay, and we're going to polish off our lips with the ever-famous L'Oreal Fairest Nude lipstick. This is so creamy. If you can get over the grandma perfumey smell of L'Oreal lipsticks, which I hate, but it does go away and I can deal with it for the sake of fabulous looking lips. And there you have it. This is the finished look, guys. It's just spring is all about fun colors, pops of color. The spring trend this spring is like blue and mint. So I thought, you know what? Why not pull out do like a gray, teal, smoky eye. I think it turned out fabulous. Keep the cheeks nice and fresh and pink. Beautiful nude lip. Who doesn't love that? Are you loving it? Because I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to continue to see more tutorials, spring-related tutorials, season-related tutorials. I'm having so much fun doing them. If you are new here coming over from Emily's channel, welcome. I hope you subscribe and stay a while. I would love to have you here. Let me know in the comments below if you are new, and tell me a little something about yourself. I am so enjoying getting to know each and every one of you. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.